Hey everyone, welcome into Comic Book Women. I'm Laura. This is Jen.
Hey.
And Lucy. You're muted, Lucy.
Damn it. Hello.
Okay, happens to the best of us. If our shirts don't give it away, tonight we are going to be spotlighting and talking all about Lady Loki iterations. See, look at Loki shirt.
Ah.
Let me see yours, Lucy. What are you wearing?
I don't even know what it says, but I stole it from my husband.
It's Loki colors.
Huh? Stussy. Don't know what that is.
Stussy, the brand?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that brand's from like the 90s.
Yeah. Okay, Laura knows what it is, so I guess I do.
Stussy and Massimo were like really in when I was like in first grade. Remember?
That's cool.
Stussy, no? All right.
I wasn't even born when you were in first grade.
Oh man, you're making me feel so old.
I'm just kidding.
No.
That's not true.
It's fine.
Hi, guys in the chat.
Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. We have Nigel. Lucy's so mean to me. Frank Gogol's in the house. Andrew, what's up? Good to see you. And let's see, Bravo Comics and JT Key Comic. Jen, you're not off the hook. Let's see your shirt.
Oh, well, I don't have a Loki shirt.
I know, but it's still
No,
cute.
I don't either, so show it.
Zelda from Link.
That's
Zelda.
pretty cool too, though.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and we're all matching, and that's only Laura's only 29 forever. That's yeah. Anyway, guys, tonight we are going to be talking a lot about Lady Loki iterations. We're going to be doing a quick spotlight and then doing a market report on what's happening in the market with that character. We're pumped. We're excited about it. But before we get to that type stuff, we are going to kick the show off with what we are excited about that's coming out this week. New Comic Book Day is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh,
good evening, Brittany.
Hey, Britt.
Hey.
Good to see you in. All right, let's get started. So New Comic Book Day picks. We each took turns kind of picking what we're excited about, both for the cover and also for the story. So for mine, much to Nico's dismay. I know, right? I picked Department of Truth number 9. It comes out tomorrow, and specifically I liked the Will Jack variants, but somebody got in my head about this, and they were like, Laura, think about it. Is this cover like, does it speak to you? And I'm like, well, I love Will Jack art. I think it's so pretty. But the concept, I guess, could have used a little bit more creativity. Like we haven't seen the lady in the red dress a million times. But what do you guys think?
I mean, it seems like a really easy cosplay.
Yeah, right?
That's what I was just going to say. I can see you, Laura, wearing something like that. I can totally see you wearing. Yeah, you can pull it off.
The head sash, and I like Will Jack art. I think it's really pretty. And yes, Gogol, this is the Trinity cover. I like it. I think it's but this is the good part about comic books. Not everybody has to like everything. You can kind of have your own your own thing. But on top of the art being really cool, I like the story. This is a good story for anybody that's into kind of conspiracy theories, which who isn't? No. Anyway.
Yeah.
Philip Tan did the variant for this one too. There's a Philip Tan variant out there, and somebody else did a really good Department of Truth number 9. I think it was Ariel Diaz. You guys are like, it's like, anyway. That was my pick. I think it's hot. I even like that you can see a little bit of side boob. I think it's kind of pretty.
I like it.
I definitely want to read it.
I need to start reading it. I keep saying I'm going to read it, and I just haven't started.
You would be hooked, Lucy. But Frank, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I like Will's his stuff too, but it's missing that X factor, something to set it apart, which he has all the talent. It just needed a stronger concept maybe, and this would have just been knocked out of the park.
Yeah. I think it's very sexy. I like it.
Yeah, I like all of this stuff.
Yes, those spider ones. She's just missing the umbrella.
Oh,
You're right. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the rain would have made it really cool.
Yeah. Yes.
We learned
It's
on
good.
Comic Book Food Chain how much Laura likes side boob. Side boob, I think, is like super hot. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, come
yeah.
on.
When they're nice, perky like that, yeah. You don't want to see
Maybe.
you don't want to see my side boob. Go like this. Sorry.
I don't even have a response to that. It's my job to have a response, and I got nothing. Thank you for
Sorry.
making me speechless. All right. Here you go. This is Lucy's pick. Go to town.
Okay. Well, something's killing with children. Like, they took, I feel like there was a little gap there. They're coming back with issue 16. And this one, it's the origin of Erica Slaughter, how she got to the House of Slaughter and in answering a few of her questions, of you, party questions that you have of her. Huh?
And there's 2 new characters I like. It's like the rumor, right?
New characters, probably. I mean, they kind of like already brought, like they talked about her, oh my goodness, her mentor. So I think they're gonna go a little bit deep more into that. And I mean, I like the cover A and B on this. I like it. It's pretty cool. So that's my pick. And this one, I was like, when I was going through like what I want, something else that I wanted to pick, I saw this one, Seis Cuerdas, Defender of Mexico. And I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. Because it's I'm gonna read a little bit of like what it's about, or I'm just gonna tell you what I read and why it got me.
Wait, hold on, Lucy. It's 6 something.
Seis cuerdas, 6 strings. Like I think it's like the ring. I think I'm assuming. I don't know.
Guitar,
or the guitar. Sorry, the guitar. The guitar. Duh. He's it's like a mariachi guy. So he's like a superhero against like the narcos, the drug cartel, and stuff like that. And it's like back in the day in Mexico, kind of like a small town. So I thought it was, I don't know, it was a pretty cool concept. So it's I thought it was pretty cool. This is not, what did he say?
Something about the Basilica.
This is not the Zapopan, and where I'm from, there's like Basilica de Zapopan back in the
Dude, I did like 10 years of high school Spanish. No, not 10 years. That makes me sound like I was in high school.
No. Well, the thing is, it's Zapopan. It's a town. I guess you want to say a town in Mexico. Like, well, it's a big city, and there's like when you go to LA, there's like Sunset Boulevard or whatever, like those little places like that. So over there, Zapopan, there's like a big church, and a lot of people go. There's a lot of events going on. So that's why he's from where I'm from. So he understands. I get what he's saying. But this guy right here that you see on this cover, he turns out to be like a superhero, and he goes out to help the people. But yeah, it's the blessed, the curse, with no need for sleep. Dante strives for physical and mental perfection 24/7. So, and he's sipping tequila. So.
Something is killing the children, though. Didn't that have like, one of you guys told me like 43 variants?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Between store and ratios. I think it's like around 43, 44.
Look what Aunt just handed me.
Nice.
God, I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So beautiful. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I hate that there's so many freaking I mean, I know, Laura, you guys have a Starberry, but like, it's just so many,
I know, I was one of them.
And okay, they're all amazing. I love them all, and I hate you guys because I can't buy them all.
Yeah, you gotta like pick your favorites.
Yeah, like, but you guys are. I really love the. It's
Hutchinson.
awesome. Yeah, she did great. I like that.
Goal, right? To try to get all 43.
Oh man, can you imagine how much you have to spend? Let's just say roughly $20 per variant. So 20 times crazy. 43, 6.
Well, that's if you're lucky to get the 1 in 100 for 20.
Like almost $800 now?
Probably more than that. By the time, like what Jen's saying, by the time you get all the ratios and everything, you'd be probably at $1,000 if you want every issue of this book that was printed.
Nah, I'm good.
Or every cover.
I just stick to the Frozen, the cover A.
Yeah, Frozen stuff, man. I'm a huge fan.
So I kind of like that Lucy picked
Source Point?
Source Point, because it also leads to the next book, which is also
Source Point Press. We are definitely showing Source Point some love this show. I'm telling you guys, this is a publisher that brings out some good stuff, and like I want to spread the word about this publisher. So Yuki versus Panda. I was all prepared before the show started, and now I have to look up the synopsis.
You know what?
Again.
No.
Well,
I had it for 6 square this year, and I completely fucked it up. So you're good.
Okay,
I mean,
so
isn't it basically someone's spirit animal doesn't like them, and so they have to kind of battle their spirit animal?
10 years after a freak incident at the zoo, Yuki finds herself attending a prestigious college on the road to success, unaware that a panda bear from that fateful day has been hunting her down to exact bloody revenge. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I guess it's your spirit animal, just a really mean one. But it's kind of cool. It's a comedy. It has fights. It has romance, supernatural powers. I think this is going to be a really fun read. I'm excited to. When we did Bird City Comics did the Yuki versus Panda Pokemon homage, so I threw that cover up as well. I think we still have a few more of those. I'm not positive, but there's so many fun homages that they put out.
Sorry, if
What?
you guys are gonna do another. Oh my god, I should tell you this off air, but yeah, I'll tell you this because I like this idea that I just got for this. If you guys do another exclusive for this one, I don't want to steal my idea.
Yeah,
So.
you tell me off air. But they did like a lot of really good ones. They did a Star Wars one. I'm like promoting other stores, but they did a Star Wars one. They did a Stranger Things one, Lord of the Rings. Have you guys seen any of the other covers?
No,
I
think I only seen yours.
Yeah.
I only seen yours.
The artist is A.L. Jones on this one. But yeah, it's a fun story. This is one that I'm excited to read. I think this is going to be a fun, goofy story that you can enjoy and not take too seriously. And
yeah.
So yeah, pick this one up tomorrow. Source Point Press, or find your local LCS or Bird City. We still have some of our homage there available, but this one I'm excited about. So yeah, a lot of Source Point this week.
Yeah, they're okay, I guess.
Yeah. They're awesome.
They're right. They're
I can't wait for Warcorn's birthday bash, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway.
I know.
Anyway. So the Black Widow series is on point, Chef's Kiss. And in this one, you get to meet a new villain, apparently, or wait, what is it?
Oh, they're talking about variants.
Oh, there was.
Keep going.
Oh, so there's supposed to be a new villain, Apogee. I'm not sure how you say it, but I'm more jazzed for Lucy Nagayan, who I keep hearing rumors that she might be called Marigold, but I don't know why I'm so jazzed about this series. I'm really excited for the next issue. I want to read this tomorrow. And then Reptile, Marvel freaking got me. Like when I first saw this, I was like, whatever. But then I saw this cover from Del Mundo, and I'm like, I don't know why I just like staring at it. Like, I don't know if it's because of his hoodie, half man, half extinct. I just like Del Mundo art. Whenever I see it, I'm drawn to it. I definitely pre-ordered this.
You and Anthony are on the same page. I think he picked this one too for Comic Book Food Chain. I'm pretty sure you and him have the same pick.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, there's supposed to be like 2 or 3 new characters. It's also got me seeking out this character's first appearance because I'm like, wait a minute, Marvel doesn't do anything for no reason. So if he's getting his own appearance, there has to be a reason. So let me go and try to find that. I'm still on the hunt for that, by the way. Please don't take it all away from you guys. Looking forward to reading this. And then from DC, Milestone Returns. I like Rocket and Icon. I got more introduced during the Young Justice series. I think it was Cartoon Network. And the fact that they're bringing it back, like I have Static on my list, and this I'm definitely looking forward to reading because it's them coming back into the universe. I just really want to find out what happened. I actually bought I have pre-ordered the blank variant because I'm just trying to figure out like what artist, because I'm looking forward to con season. So I'm like, okay, if I buy some blank covers now, there's supposed to be also like 2 or 3 more characters, or 3 or 4 new characters in this one too. So.
Lucy, that can is gigantic.
What can?
What?
What can?
It's a cup. It's a cup.
Like, stop telling Lucy her cans are gigantic. Damn.
I'm just small. That's why I've got little hands. I have like baby hands. Yeah.
Oh, real quick. Del Mundo also is doing a variant, comes out tomorrow, X-Men 20, where it has, oh shoot, what's her name? Mystique is like where she's in front of like a copier. That looks pretty cool too. Del Mundo.
And isn't there something else coming out tomorrow too that we were?
Stray Dogs #3 second print with Victor the Dalmatian on the cover. Yeah, there's a lot. There's so many things that come out tomorrow.
Yes, it's a big week.
It was really hard to do this list because we were like, well, what? We only get 2 or 3. I cheated. I picked 3. I cheated. I'm sorry.
Totally cheated. I'm looking at the slides. I'm like, what the hell? I thought we were doing 2 each.
You liar! You
Dude,
sit on the throne of lies.
No, I mean, it's good to be dating the person who does the slides.
I know, right? It's one of the perks. One of the perks of the job.
But like Nightwing 79 second print has all the iterations of Dick Grayson on the cover. I thought that was really cool looking. I'm like, oh man. TMNT Last Ronin third print. Robin #2 cover B looked pretty awesome. What was I say?
Everything looks bigger when you're broadcasting from the closet. That's gonna be like a never-ending joke. All right.
Oh, you jerk. Come on.
Anyway. Sorry, Jen. We were saying
that's carried over from our last episode of Nearing, right?
Nearing Nerdvana was a hot mess last Friday. Like, you and Mel and Anthony, when you get those 3 together, it's a hot mess. Hashtag Save Lucy became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Save Lucy.
Yeah, it's gonna start trending.
Send has me in the closet.
All right, so we were just going over, if you're just hopping in, I just saw a couple people just join us. We were going over our picks, the stuff that we're excited about for tomorrow. These were Jen's picks. All 3 of them are awesome. You got solid stuff here. A lot of good stuff coming from Source Point. I think that's an not untapped, but it's an underappreciated publisher. They have some good stuff, really good stories.
And some okay artists.
Well, did you guys see that blue frame cover 3 or C where it's like homaging Rocketeer?
No.
Oh man, that looks like it looked interesting. Like it makes that cover made me look into it more, and I'm like, oh, now I kind of want to read the comic now. Gosh darn you!
Oh, Rocketeer, man. So this is some other stuff we were kind of like. We're getting to the market report, guys. So if you're waiting for that, we're getting there. But we were talking about this before the show started. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, Loki MCU Disney Plus comes out in like 14, 15 days, 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about Loki and how jazzed we all are for it. And then we grabbed.
You said we're jazzed?
Jazzed.
I know, just like jazz and we're like this.
Jazz hands. We're totally jazzed. The trailers have all those.
We're jazzed.
Right? But the trailers all look so good. And then, so in the first couple of trailers or sneak peeks or whatever, it was just Loki. Or no, sorry, it was just the girl. And everyone's like, oh, it's Black Widow. And we're like, no, it's not Black Widow. What are you talking about? And then in this newest one, you see both of them. And we're like, oh man, like, who is this? Is it Lady Loki, Enchantress? Is it a fangirl? Is it his daughter? Like, because in that shot you see to the right-hand side, that's like a behind-the-scenes set picture. And
so do you want to place a wager on this? My money's on Lady Loki.
I want to say...
I feel like a lot of people, like because I was trying to look up more stuff, and I could see a lot of people are like speculating that it's Lady Loki. So who knows?
I want to say that it's either.
Wait, I want to change my vote.
Wait, you can't. You just picked it.
No, you can have Lady Loki.
No, I don't want Lady Loki.
I don't want Lady Loki anymore either, though.
Well, wait. I'm gonna say real quick.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. Here she goes with her.
I want to hear Jen's picks first, then I'll go.
So the fact that when we first saw this clip or scene, it was just her, and now it's both of them. I'm like, dude, it looks like a heart to heart. I want to say it's either his daughter, or it could be an iteration of Enchantress, and he's like having a heart to heart with her. Like it could still be Lady Loki. Like we have it confirmed. Was it confirmed, or is it still rumors that she's gonna be in the series?
I think it's rumors. Still rumors.
But everyone's leaning towards Lady Loki, and I'm like, man, probably. But I still want to say it's his daughter. Same color. Yeah. I mean, look, Google. It could be could definitely be a fangirl who's like, oh, I love this variant of like the Loki variant. Let me go ahead and like, cosplay / represent. No?
No backsies. Damn it. Damn it, Ali Versed.
I mean, but people are saying it's Lady Loki. So, Lucy, who do you think?
Wait, what was your pick, though, Jen? You didn't say.
Oh, I'm leaning towards... I want to... Because it's... Enchantress... An iteration of Enchantress or his daughter. I can't pick between the two. I'm like split.
No, you don't get to. You already did that with us with the picks. You have to pick one. No more cheating, Jen.
Okay. Look at Jen's a little like Loki, Loki, cheater.
So either Lady Loki or the Enchantress or the daughter. One of those three.
Dude, wait. We've done how many episodes? Like 30 something. If you've watched all of our episodes, I think we know who the cheater is of this group.
No, we're all pointing down. It's not me.
We cheat at Battleship.
Yeah, but you see, she's very noticeable. You're like, you throw the little rock and you hide your hand like it wasn't me.
I've never. She cheated. Also, what was it? Uno? What was it the one you kept extra cards, Laura?
That happened like 3 times.
Jojo said a bunch of cheaters up in here.
and the rocket or the battleship thing, everybody moves their ships.
I don't.
You're all a bunch of liars. You all move your ships. If somebody hits your ship, you move it.
I never played before, so
you never played Battleship.
You've never played Battleship?
No.
Ever?
No.
You just take the ship, and if they go E12, you're like, boop.
No, that's why you try to move your pieces in a certain way that you're like, okay, let me. How do I do that? I've never even thought about moving my piece before.
Okay, cheaters. So what else?
So she picks daughter. We're gonna go with Loki's daughter.
Okay.
So Lucy, you're up.
I'm gonna say Lady Loki. Let's just throw it out.
Oh, so can I give her mine? Can she be Lady Loki?
Go ahead.
I think it's a fangirl. Want to know why? What's going on with that hair?
It looks like shit.
Mm-hmm. That's not like Lady Loki or Enchantress hair.
Let's hold on, because
what
sometimes like when it's like, okay, picture that it's not like edited and all that stuff, maybe it could look better. So
I'm gonna go fangirl. I think she's a fangirl, and he's like sitting her down. He's like, honey, stop stalking me. You need to move on. Here's a lock of my hair. Be gone.
Yes. So all three of us, because again, you're not leaning a little bit towards Enchantress.
That's true, Laura. I just noticed things. Frank, he just said, "Why is your name Anthony and not Laura?"
Why didn't anybody point that out?
I didn't notice.
I didn't notice either.
I didn't notice. He just right now he's like, also Laura, it's Anne on your name tag. Nobody noticed.
There's a way to change that.
You have to pop out, just pop back in. But if you do it, you're
no. You can say I remember like on where was it?
It's fine. I don't even care. I'll be Anthony at Bird City Comics. I'll represent. Yo, guys, welcome in.
Yes, he does. Don't lie.
Yes, you do. Yo, what's up? Hi. Anyway,
I'm not there.
Wait, hold on. We got to move on to the next one.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
let's go.
So,
I know how to change it, Laura. Sorry, on your little square on your picture in the bottom where you can see us.
Yeah.
It says click on the top corner on the right, and it says edit name.
Oh, down here.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, where's that?
Edit name.
There's like 3 little dots on the bottom. You can see.
What do I want? Okay.
Sexy blonde lady.
So no one thinks it's going to be a version of Enchantress?
No. That's not. She's not Enchantress material, in my opinion.
Okay. Do you think they'll put Enchantress in this and or in For God of Thunder? Or what's that? Was it Love and Thunder?
I mean, yeah, eventually. But I just don't think this one's it.
Gotcha.
I think this is like a fangirl. Like, she looks like she could be working at the mall.
And this got us into talking about just Lady Loki, female Loki in general, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vavoom. That's more what you think of, right?
Talking about boobs. Look at right there. Look at that cleavage.
We were talking about boobs before air.
I know.
We're kind of obsessed with boobs tonight. Like we're girls too. You think this would be more of a guy show, but we're just talking about boobs a lot. But no, I think that she has. Who ideally do you think would play this character? I already have somebody in mind.
I don't know. Wait, who?
Kate Beckinsale. Kate
Oh,
Beckinsale.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I
Beckinsale.
couldn't think of her name.
Kate
Yes.
Beckinsale. Boom. She nails this.
Yes.
She'll have that like. I mean, she could
Oh,
totally
yeah.
pull it off, right? Am I right?
Beckinsale. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
In one of the comic books that we were reading, I forget which issue it was, Jen, you'll probably know. When they walk in, they're like, she'll become the Baroness. And she's like, I prefer Queen. And she kind of leans back in her throne.
Was it the A-Force one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was A-Force, yeah. Everybody likes boobs, right?
Yeah.
Lucy? Posh Spice would play this one.
Well, I mean, we were also talking about like just like Loki in general, right? And how he's a shapeshifter, and how even in Norse mythology, you know, it's always been kind of gender fluid. / even he's been animals. He's been Loki's just that mischievous character who's like, what can I do? Even in the Thor movie,
He was Thor, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, he was Thor. So or his dad. No, he was the dad, right?
But there was that scene where he's like that he was a snake because he was a snake because Thor likes snakes, and he like popped up into Loki and stabbed him.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. So who knows?
I mean, it's interesting because if you're a god immortal or near immortal, right, and you have all these powers, like wouldn't
You do have an evil laugh, man. That was like with her giant can. All right. Sorry, Jen. We keep sidetracking you.
It's okay.
Two giant cans.
He's not the god of chaos. I thought he was the god of mischief.
He is,
thing, right?
Well, what's the actual definition? Is it a god of chaos?
Oh man, I gotta look up Norse mythology.
I thought it was mischief.
I thought it was mischief too.
Let's see.
Anthony, is Loki the god of chaos or mischief? Anthony got mischief, but we could all be wrong.
He's not like evil.
He's okay. So Britannica says in Norse mythology, Loki is a cunning trickster who has the ability to change into his shape and sex. Although his father is a giant, I can't say this name, Farbote, which is I think in the Frost Giant. He's included among the Aesir of God, of tribal god. Loki is represented.
Google said mischief.
No, but JJ or he said in mythology it's chaos.
Okay.
Lord of lies.
I mean, it's all in the same ballpark. Chaos, lies, mischief. It's kind of all the same ballpark.
Kind of like tomato.
Yeah. But it makes sense out of all the characters in Asgard that he's the guy who's like, what do I feel like today? Right?
Yeah, so it's kind of like if you're playing Monopoly and they tell you to take a 10 and you take a 50.
Wait, what?
Look at her, always cheating on her mind.
So we're talking about Lady Loki, and like, there's not a ton of physical things to like, if you want like a 3D version. There's this statue that came out in 2017 that when it first came out, it was like $90. And now currently it's between like $150 and $200. And you're like, okay, I can't pronounce.
So do you think this one is a number? Also, because you know a lot of these also they're like number. Do you know
limited
number? Because you know, is this like a size? No, it's not sideshow. It's a
no. It's that weird. What's it? I can't pronounce it. Kotobukiya. Yes,
but they're also sometimes number though, right?
Kotobukiya.
Okay. Yeah, but it sounds like sometimes like there are number, right? So it should. I think that's why that price is that, because it must be like limited.
Yeah. So 2017, this came out, and then the same year was the Hasbro San Diego Comic-Con Toys R Us exclusive. Wait. Next slide.
Oh. Oops.
Come on, get together, girl.
I was reading Geek Driven. Okay, go ahead.
What is he saying?
He said, Bird City Comics, your name is so telling of your personality. That I'm a non-cheater.
Interesting.
Like
that's what old cheaters say.
Everybody cheats at board games. I'm just bold enough to admit it.
I've never cheated. I will say the one time that apparently I found out during one of our episodes was collusion. Is it cheating? And
collusion's cheating, yeah. If you like slip somebody the card they need,
no. I didn't slip someone a card. It was my nephew and I, who was 10, and my partner Brittany was winning, like I think it was 10 hands in a row, and he was getting upset. So I was like, "Listen, what card do you need?"
I like Britt more now. She's like slaughtering this kid.
So I colluded with him to help him win. But that's not. He's a 10-year-old. Like that's not. Whatever.
I only cheated at drinking games.
That's a good way to. That's a good cheating.
So
Jen, tell me.
Right?
Okay, this pack thingy. You said it was only at Toys R Us.
Well, it was San Diego Comic-Con and Toys R Us in 2017.
Okay.
So it came as a pack. It was an A-Force pack. But when I was trying to find it, all I kept finding was like the loose figure of Lady Loki for like $40 to $60. And I'm like, what the heck is this? So I was just going to like not talk about it. But then Nico from Flipside was like, wait, what year was it? And I just told him the few details I knew. And he freaking found the pack. And I was like, oh man, now I got to like, because this is awesome. So it's $250. When it first came out, I found out it was going between like 100 and 140 into 17. But now like what, $250?
So it doubled the price. It's A4, so it came out like around the time the book came out. A4s, okay.
Yeah. And so in this pack, you have She-Hulk, Sif, Spectrum. Why would someone cannibalize that and cut it up and only sell like Lady Loki?
Because people are dumb and sometimes they want just one. Or maybe they got what happened? They got damaged and he's trying to sell them separately.
Or you can make more money selling them individually.
Really? As a collector, when I found this, I was like, oh, I definitely want the pack.
Yeah.
I would want the pack as a collector too, but you have these people that are like mad character fans. So they want one of each character. So if you break it up, I mean, this is Pretty Woman.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, so maybe they just want to She-Hulk and they don't want the rest. So they're trying to get rid of the whatever they don't want. If they're market for it, they're going to sell it.
Again, because for Lady Loki, there's not very many things 3D physical that are actually from a legit source that you can buy. So it's that statue, it's this toy, and then like there's a ton of like original art from different artists on eBay. But if you want something like it's this, like there's not a ton of toys. It's this toy that I could find.
That's crazy. Isn't it? That's really weird.
Geek Driven said that he was almost he was gonna get it and he did not get it. Feels dumb now because he could have sold for double the price. So there you go. The toys, sometimes not only comics but toys, it's a huge also like collectors out there.
Definitely.
I mean I seen I think it was Paul, like he posted a meme of the 40-year-old virgin when he's like cleaning his little case of books of collectibles, toys.
Yeah, there's definitely money to be made here. It's just keeping the box like prestige, not having any dents or dings in the box, which is hard. I've learned that through Pops.
Oh, Rob's comic, smart friend.
A friend that he has 3 of them. That's awesome.
I would keep one.
CJJ box could have been super damaged too, though you still sell it. As I said, I mean, you could, but yeah, he bought it when Toys R Us went under.
Did you guys hear that Toys R Us is coming back?
Yeah, I heard that too, but it might be only like online or smaller or something like that. Who knows?
Do you know more details?
I just remember seeing a headline and I thought, I should read that, but then I didn't.
I know, same. It's the same.
But I was thinking it. I was like, they should bring Toys R Us back. Like, I don't know.
You guys remember KB Toys?
Yes. I would go straight to the back because that's where all the baby dolls were on the back wall. And I would go back there and pick out baby dolls. I don't know. I think our generation's missing out
I love
not having stores like that.
the action figure section.
Yes,
Mhm.
man.
TMNT,
Ooh.
Transformers,
X-Men.
and superheroes was
Mhm.
I would just beeline it. My sister would go for Barbies, and my brother and I would just beeline it towards that one aisle. Anyway, getting off subject.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's a relevant subject to this, especially this
So
I
then
don't know,
this is
realm.
so it was a I guess exclusive to Toys R Us. So now that it went under, and then
Well,
you cannot
Toys R Us
really.
/
Oh.
San Diego Comic Con.
Okay, so I will want the whole set
Same.
because I like She-Hulk. I like the other ones too. So
Yeah.
Lady Sif, all of them.
Spectrum.
Yeah,
How many
Yeah.
Spectrum toys are there? Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
not many.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see what the market has to say about all this Lady Loki interest. Because
Yeah.
again, you guys, with the show coming out, this is something that's been buzzing for weeks. So
Mhm.
let's do some market reports, shall we?
Mhm.
So
There we
we're
go.
talking about the different iterations. The first iteration that I came across that there was a female Loki was his daughter Celine, and this is from a 2007 series, Avengers Next. There's only a 5-issue arc. Technically, she's in issue 1, but she's shapeshifted into like an old man, and you don't know it's a lady or a female Loki, his daughter, until issue 5, and then in issue 4. Sorry, issue 4. Issue 5 is their first cover appearance, but it's his daughter. But I thought if you're in the back issue bins and you're like, oh man, female Loki, it's like, nah, just so you guys all know, it's his daughter.
Okay, I'm gonna sound super ignorant. Who's the mom?
They didn't ever, when I read it, I don't think they said who his mom was, or who her mom was.
He's a god. He made it himself.
Well,
No, there has to be like a Mrs. Loki, right?
Yeah.
There has to be.
I mean, he has, in Norse mythology, there's a wife. He has a lot of different people that he's with in the MCU.
He's a hoe.
I mean, he's a equal opportunity type of guy. But this
equal opportunity.
But this guy, this daughter is from Earth 982. So it is a certain Earth where you have like Sharon Carter's American Dream. You have a Spider Girl. You have a good iteration of Juggernaut. Other people. Female Thor that isn't who we all think. It's someone else. But this Avengers Next series is super cheap. Like you can literally find it in dollar bins. It's just if you're looking for female iterations, it's his first that I could find. Now, if you guys go out there, you might be able to find something else. If you do, let me know. But this is the first female version, which is his daughter from Earth 982. And it's still very attainable. Like, so if your goal is to just own everything female Loki,
I mean, eventually she's bound to make an appearance, right? I don't want to expect too much, but it's like,
even if it's not like you were saying earlier, we don't want to pull like a Mephisto type of thing, but it's still something cool to own. And it's not like crazy expensive. You never know. So that's something that it's kind of like to have in the back.
It's a $3 risk.
Yeah.
Not most back issue bins, it's $1. Like the Avengers Next, whenever I see it, I just pick it up because usually it's $1 or less. And I'm like, okay, like I like reading it. It's a good 5-issue arc. There's another iteration that comes out after this. But yeah, like, and his daughter does make an appearance in a later, I think 2011 Thor comic, but I haven't found it yet, so I don't want to say anything about it.
All right, well, let's move on to this one. This one was on the Hot 10 if you guys watched this past Friday. Thor number 5. Again, the big one that we had on the Hot 10 was the Campbell cover over on the right there, which is really cool. The guys were like, I can't believe this is a Campbell cover, but you can tell from the hair, can't you? The hair is always the giveaway for me with Campbell stuff.
To me, it's the lines. It's the way that he, like,
right.
If you look at like Thor's position,
outline kind of.
Yeah.
But
and people often like, oh, first Lady Loki. And it's like, ooh,
not really.
Ooh, technically. So if you guys are noticing, we tried to put this in order of year it came out. So this is the next iteration of a female Loki. He takes over Sif. It's not Loki shapeshifting, it's him taking over Sif's body. So it's the first time that Loki experiences being a female. Now,
possesses her.
right? But there's an Avengers. It starts because of Avengers disassembled, and it leads into this.
Right.
It again, if you're looking for any female iteration of Loki, like it's not a humongous list. So this would be one of your.
But this qualifies. This definitely qualifies.
Yeah, I mean, because he's experiencing, and so my little do you guys ever see TMNT the movie where it's like Mikey thinks he likes it? Like I think
he likes it, doesn't he? Loki likes it.
I think he liked being a female, even if it was in Sif's form. I think he liked it because then and on this price, it's kind of there's like 9.8s, there's raw. Like for a long time, this was in like the $1 to $5 bin. People are just kind of looking at. I think I have a couple somewhere.
So maybe you can sell maybe one store that is not really paying attention. You can maybe find out the back bin.
I mean, usually stores that if you go in and it's like gold and silver and you just see that on the back wall, you're like, oh, usually that means that their modern stuff is going to be underpriced. At least that's what I tend to think when I go into a store and I'm like, oh, I only see silver and I only see gold.
Like they're not keeping up on this stuff. It could have been overlooked. Yeah.
So you can probably still find it if you dig online. It's going to be these prices that you're seeing right now. Oh, sorry. Thank you to Cover Price.
I was just going to say, do you want to that's where I was going to ask you, where are you getting all this information?
So this episode, I would say add a 7 out of the 8 comics / listings are from Cover Price. We are what
they have really good information, like the way how to I like how they
break
the pricing and how it's pretty.
You get a lot of data. Yeah,
I like.
I mean, we're partially sponsored. We all got a subscription.
Yeah, they're definitely helping us out, and we appreciate that so much. So if you guys have the opportunity to head over to Cover Price, the free membership is even a fantastic resource. But if you want to pay a couple extra bucks, it's worth the money if this is something that you really do use on a daily basis or a weekly basis. They're a fantastic resource.
Especially if you're a seller or you just like to buy, it's pretty good to know what you should be paying. Like they said, the first when you subscribe, it's free. You get free 5 listings that you can look up a day. So that I mean, but if you want to pay a little extra, which is not that crazy, of I think a year is $60 a year if you want to pay for the full year. And you get a lot of benefits with it.
100%, yeah.
Because normally what I have to do is I go to eBay, I go to last sold, and then I take the last 6, and then I average it out. And I'm like, as I was doing this, I'm like, I still compared, and I'm like, oh crap, it's literally doing the job for me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's cool. I like that. It's nice. So
this book has a cover break, Anthony. If you are watching, it needs a press, but there's a cover break in her. Anyway, so the last one was highest known value. The raw comic went for $80. That was on May 15th.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Still fairly cheap, I guess.
Okay. I was so jazzed when I found this because I was just looking for either stories or covers. And this cover came out in May 2009, Wizard. It's the Platinum Edition variant. There's 2 versions. It's crazy because I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's definitely a female version of Loki. That's definitely, right? You see it?
Yeah.
Definitely. And then you have Emma Frost and you have freaking She-Hulk.
Okay.
So between that and the sketch variant, I was like, the sketch variant, that's awesome. But the price is way... Definitely, when you go to comic book stores, check the magazine box. They almost always have 1 or 2 back issues of magazines that people hardly ever go through. Dude, totally go through it.
Hell, look at that.
So currently, you can find the variant Platinum Edition for $2 to $10, and then again buying it for $2 to $8. But then that Platinum. But okay, hang on. The $149 for that sketch has a line through it, which means it was the best offer. We do not know what the best offer is. My guess is it's probably ranging, 75, 50 at the lowest? We don't know.
At the lowest. That would have to be a really good offer to accept that.
But that's the part, whenever I see a line, I'm like, you jerks. Can you not put what you put the best offer for? Because it would really help me out. So then I knew like where the ballpark is right now.
I would say it's probably in the hundreds. If they had it listed at 150, they probably got all these low ball offers, but probably settled somewhere around
probably
100.
100. Yeah, let's just say 100.
But it's cool. Check your back issue bins of magazines.
Geek say, I didn't know Wizard had variant covers. That's pretty good. I didn't know either.
Dude, check those again. Back issue magazine bins. Not only could you find this, you could find a Star Wars Rebels. You can find that Insiders, Star Wars Insiders. You never know. People.
And if you guys ever do find any of Jen's little treasures here and gems, make sure you message us. We want to know. Yeah. This stuff gets us super jazzed, and we want to hear when you guys We want to hear when you guys find something, and if the show helped you find something, it makes us feel all warm and fuzzy. Anyway, all right, moving on. Next up, why isn't my cursor working?
I guess you feel warm and fuzzy.
Here, keep talking about this, Jen, for a second. There we go. Potential tie-in. There we go.
So I know you guys are like, technically, I'm like, okay.
This one threw me off a little bit, yeah.
Technically, this Mighty Avengers 29 from 2009 is a tie-in and a tie-in. And Loki is secretly parading as the Scarlet Witch. Because there's this whole thing going on like behind the scenes. But I'm like, but technically, if you look at the cover, that's a female Loki eye. So if we're looking at covers and things that stand out to me, it's like, this is Loki parading as Scarlet Witch. Again, I think he likes it. So he's like, let me just go ahead and be Scarlet Witch a little bit. So it's an interesting, it's like, I think it's a 5-issue arc, I think this is a part of Dark Reign. Right? He's working with like Dr. Doom.
I'm not sure. I remember I read the first couple pages of this, like just to prep and refresh for the show. And I remember like Black Panther's like, if you're not the Scarlet Witch, who are you? And I thought that was a really cool scene. He has like the sword up to her neck and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, this is about to go down. So it's a good read.
Yeah.
I really like this cover. I don't know. It's just like something about it. I don't know.
I like she's taking off the Scarlet, and it's that's just.
I don't know. It's I like it. I like it. I don't know.
Again, an iteration of Loki being a female because he's parading as Scarlet Witch. And then the prices were very attainable. Like it's not like it's crazy ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's super reasonable.
Super cheap. Yeah. Okay. I need to look for this because I really like the cover. I love the cover.
I mean, I feel like when people are looking for keys, they often like overlook covers and then stories. Like if you're going to read a story where Loki becomes the Scarlet Witch, like that to me is entertaining as a reader. I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick up that. Like, but the average person isn't looking for it, which is why it's so cheap. I think on eBay, I was looking, I think it was between like 5 and 10 online, but I'm back issue bins. It's getting safer. When you feel safe, back issue bins. Like it should be $1, $2.
Yeah, this is again one of those ones where it's easily obtainable, and the story is really good. It's an interesting story. You got a nice plot going there. And
then, so this Siege variant, Siege Storming Asgard Heroes and Villains. It's funny because if you open it up, all this book is character bios. It's not a story. So cover A is Loki in the middle. Cover B is female Lady Loki in the middle. It's a cover by, but I like the cover. I'm like, okay, cool. It's an iteration of Loki being a female. If you're trying to collect them all, like this has to be on the list. And again, it's another very obtainable cover.
Price point. Yeah, I mean this price point's not bad at all.
But this is I think the people who are buying it right now are very aware of that character. But when I was going through back issue bins, 2 to 5 is like what I was finding in back issue bins. So again,
the interest is already growing, is what you're saying, among people who are
online on eBay and things that are listed in that regard. But if you go into your comic store,
you could still possibly dig it out before all the collectors go out there and hunt down every single issue of it. That's yeah, I mean, even though $10 isn't bad, I like your idea better. Jen's analysis of Thor 5, Loki possesses Sith body, and you're spot on. Nice. There you go.
Hey, Dollar. Thank you, Dollar.
Hi, Dollar. Good to see you in. All right, Loki,
Dollar,
Agent of
Dollar.
Asgard. This is a good read too. I read this one this morning actually, and this is a really good book. Go ahead, Jen.
The series, I think it's 1 through 19, is a good series. It's you're seeing Loki trying to take over a new leaf and be a better Loki. He's trying. And if you're looking at him shape shifting into a female, this would be the narration, because you see him shift and you're like, oh dang it, I probably should have taken a screenshot of that or a picture of the panel.
That's all right. No
but
worries.
So you get cover A with the red, you get a design variant which goes for a little bit more money, and then the green one is a third print and the blue one is a second print. Some comic shops, again, on newer things, are a little behind the times. You might be able to get this for cheap, but online, ooh, buddy. I like that green one though, by the way, the third print.
I like it. I
just think
it's green.
So well.
Yeah, they should have done it green.
Like any Loki where it's a green variant is kind of like when you get that purple variant with the Hawkeyes. You're like, oh,
that fits. Yeah.
So online, so I think the 112.50 is a 9.8, and then the raw is around like the 20s. And that, again, for the first time that I could find him shifting into a female, right? Like, and it's not crazy.
This one has Lorelei at the beginning, right?
It has what?
Or is that the one before this that had Lorelei? This one? No, not this one. This one.
I think that one. Wait.
Okay, sorry. I'm backtracking to previous books. This is a Frizzen cover. It is a Frizzen cover. Holy hell, I did not notice that until you said something, but now that I'm looking at the coloring of the skin, that's totally Frizzen.
Not the eyes. Look at the eyes. That's why we like it.
It must be, right? Anything that's Frizzen, you think of like that sepia skin tone, and that's
the eyes. Look at his eyes. That's totally Frizzen. You're right. You're so right. Damn, you're good, dude.
We didn't even mention that. We're huge Frizzen fans too. We didn't call that out. Damn, nice catch. But okay, back to the pricing there. So again, if you might be able to find it for less than this if you have a store that just hasn't gone through their back issues.
Well, see, Geek Driven says it's easier to see the covers on eBay, but not in the bins. I mean, yeah, it's easier, I guess, but I guess
in bins, so like, okay,
you get cheaper probably at the store.
Well, it depends what kind of person. So, like, I need to see the whole cover. So if I get to something where I think it's something, I have to pull it. I open it up. I look at it. Nope, not it. Put it back in. There's people who I know who only know like the top, like coloring, and like, oh, that's something. Boom. And I'm like, what? How do you know from that? Like this? No, I just knew. Boom. I'm like,
oh, Anthony can do that. He can tell from thumbing through that first inch on the top of the cover. He can pull out. He's like, this is the key. This is the key. This is the key. And I'm like, wait, what the hell are you doing? Like he can just. And he's so fast. Like when I thumb through a book, it's like thumb, thumb, thumb. And he's like, next. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, how?
Yeah. I wish I could be that good too, but no, I'm not. I suck.
Well, usually I'll like if it's a stacked box, I'll pull out like a good 2-3 inches out first, and then it gives me room to flick so I can see at least half the cover. I'm like, okay, here we go. Blah 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 blah. Anyway.
But yeah, that top inch, if any of you out there can tell off of that top inch, that's a talent in itself. But highest known value recently, gray comic 9.8 went for 112.50.
And then this one, Loki, Agent of Asgard #8.
Oh, you can see.
It's technically just a cover. When you read it inside, there's
nothing about the cover.
But you see her right there on the right hand side of the cover. So again, if you're completionist and you just want everything that's like female Loki,
yeah, I know somebody that she loves Loki, so yeah.
And then, but if you're so right now like on eBay like raw between 7 and 15, if you're like looking currently. That might be different if you're watching this in the future. And then again, back issue bins, you're looking probably around cover, if not a tiny bit less, depending on the comic book store you go to.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $17.50 for it if it's just a cover thing. But again, that's going out for collectors that are trying to find everything. So I get the appeal there. But somebody on here was saying that's why I think eBay is price bumped for novice collectors or hunters. Yeah, I mean, if you definitely want to find the really good deals, you are searching at LCSs. You're going to swap meets, garage sales. A garage sales where I found my first ASM 361 for $5.
What?
Like, legit. This happened when I first started with Comics with Anthony, and I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I was at this thing and I was like, oh, Spider-Man. Anthony loves Spider-Man. And the lady's like, sure, And so I pay her a couple dollars. I come home, I'm like, Aunt, look what I got. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, do you know what you're holding? I'm like, I don't know, Spider-Man book. And I kind of hand it over and he's like, Laura. And yeah, garage sales, especially like estate sales.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great place to find some of the shit. People that don't want to deal with pricing it out individually, so they just have it off to the side. And
but sometimes estate sales, like I found a Submariner #1, and it was super water. Like I'm like, oh, can I take it out? I'm like, sure. I looked at it. It was super water damaged. It wasn't like, I want to say it was like in the 1 point. That's how bad it was. And they wanted what it was going for at that time, like near mint. And I was like, how much? And she's like, well, there's a list if you want to like put in a bid. I'm like, but this isn't like, you're pricing it as a near mint. And like, well, we know we can go for a lot. Yeah.
As near mint.
As near mint.
Like a car. Like, oh, it's missing the bumper, but Kelly Blue Book says it's worth this. I don't give a shit what Kelly Blue Book says. It has, 2 tires missing.
Could be careful. But you kind of know when you go in, like what you want to spend. So, but yeah, estate sales, yard sales, garage sales, some good stuff.
And some swap meets. Like, I don't know if you guys, have you ever heard of Brass Armadillo? Do you guys have one of those? It's like this indoor swap meet out in Arizona where you can go and just kind of walk around. Everybody has their booths, and there are comic book booths, but you can tell that they're not well maintained by the owners. Like, you basically pay for a spot and then the people just make a commission. The store makes a commission off what you sell, but you can find some good stuff in there. They just kind of forgot about. We found some black issues.
We don't even really have that stuff out.
You would think California has to have indoor swap meets, right?
Mean, not here in my town, but I'm sure like in LA, Riverside, that area, yes. But not really.
All right, A-Force. This is another really good book. Go ahead, Jen.
So cover appearance, but she's in. So this is Loki taking a female form, continued.
Sort of A-Force.
Yeah, it's actually the first A-Force series, not the second that she's in, and this is the cover of 4. I just, again, because part of me is like, okay, is it stories or is it covers? I think a lot of people are cover driven. She's not on a ton of them. Like, there's not 100 issues where she's on the cover. It's only like a few. So this is just one of them, and it's super cheap. Like, it's not going for, and like, because I was thinking about this too with you guys of who's the completionist, who's looking for just covers, who's looking for stories. Like, the fact that, Laura, didn't you say that they were going to bring that Siege cover back, reprint?
I don't know. Did I say that?
When we were talking in the off air about that Siege storming Asgard, and they're using that cover as a reprint for something. Dang it. I should have made mental note.
I don't remember half of what I say, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just like, again, like A-Force is a good read. Also, if you're looking for covers,
it's a pretty book. The interior art on this book is fantastic. It's eye-catching. You don't see, like, I don't want to say you don't see it a lot with Marvel books, but with this one, you just see a lot of really rich coloring. It kept me, turning pages.
It's under $5. Like,
not bad.
It's just, you would think with Loki being in 14, 15 days, yes, we don't know if Lady Loki, Loki's daughter, Loki fangirl, or what have you, is going to be in the whole series, or if it's like one like this is speculation.
What was the wager? If we win, we didn't decide this. We placed a bet with no wager. That's no fun. You voted daughter. You voted Lady Loki. I say fangirl. So the winner.
Can I have an asterisk of Enchantress?
No.
Okay.
That's cheating.
Not cheating. I said asterisk.
Can I have an asterisk of Lady Loki?
Yeah. Lucy, what do you
Lucy?
want?
So I have both of them, fan and
We get more
Basically, we're all gonna
One
win.
of
This is
each?
a terrible idea. Can I have 2 asterisks? Astri? Whoever wins gets
Marvel
to
no
pick.
prize.
No. I got something better than that. Hear me out. If Jen wins, she gets to pick a cosplay outfit for Lucy and me. If I win, I get to pick the cosplay outfit for you two. And you have to come on Comic Book Women Dress as whatever I want. If I choose Minions, you're Minions.
Cosplay?
Yep.
Fine. I think
I ripped my headphone out. Yes. Oh, I hope I win.
Pink is fair.
All right. Now this just got real, man.
Like we definitely don't want to do for WandaVision what someone did with, who was that guy everyone thought was going to show up?
Mephisto.
We don't want to do that. Like Loki looks freaking good. It's going to be a fun ride. Enjoy the ride. Don't be like, this is going to happen. It's like, just dude, don't enjoy the ride. Now we have a little wager going on.
Oh,
when
man.
When it is said, we will go ahead and we will do this because we did a pinky swear.
I hope I win.
Says Jen / Pickle Rick. Oh, you want to be a pickle on our show, Jen? Yes.
No.
Now that's a wager.
Then okay.
This just got interesting. Am I right? Now they're invested on who's gonna win this.
Yeah.
Because the other
it's fun. It's fun. Whatever happens. And then if you guys like this, us doing market reports on potential like MCU stuff, because last week, oh my, I already just blanked. What was last week?
We did Rose.
Rose Dash.
Yeah. So that Ultra just joined, and I want to say that Ultra was doing that, but artists and stuff like that. Things kind of does like little spec thingies.
Look, nope.
Yeah. What?
Dollar says, spoiler alert, Young Enchantress is confirmed for 2 episodes. So,
oh shit! But you said
No,
Enchantress.
that's your.
Not
that's
young Enchantress.
Enchantress is Enchantress.
She's young.
You said Enchantress. I'm pretty sure that I said young Enchantress. Who's editing this video?
Well,
I think I did.
Edit. It's live.
Well, I'm going to edit it afterwards. It is live. Damn it. No, I'm pretty sure I said young Enchantress.
It's whoever that blonde person sitting next to Loki is at the water, right?
Let's be real for a second. I said young Enchantress.
No, she didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, Bob.
No, you should watch it. Wait, let's look.
We'll watch this. We'll watch this.
Now I'm in your heads.
Regardless if there's a young Enchantress, it's whoever's at the water with Loki in that one scene, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So whoever that is, we will do our little cosplay thing. Dang it.
But I don't think, well, we'll see.
Lucy, just get used to it, Red Sonja.
Yeah,
Lucy's going to be Red Sonja.
It's going to be fat Red Sonja.
Shut up.
Ultra Maximus. We talked about the different iterations and it being like, so you came in late, dang it. So we were saying that blonde person next to the lake was either going to be.
Hold on, let me pull up that screen. Hold on.
Okay.
Ultra, do you know who this is? Stand by.
Wait. So basically, no, we already made our bet.
I know, but I just want to see if you can confirm it or not.
Okay. So we were just saying
that whoever's
right
next
there,
to that blonde chick
is either Lady Loki. I said maybe his daughter, but also kind of Enchantress, but whatever.
I said young Enchantress, maybe a fangirl.
Or a fangirl of Loki. Because again, the outfit kind of matches. So it's not, so it could be, 4 things, right?
Yeah.
Lady Loki, Enchantress, fangirl, daughter. And we're just like having fun.
Lady Loki, look
at that suit. Oh, I'm going to win.
Lady Loki. Lucy, if you do win, just know that I wouldn't make you dress up as something ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't do that to you. So keep that in mind.
I'm not that mean.
Okay, I was lying. I totally would make you dress up as something ridiculous.
So do you guys like us doing things, because again, Loki's coming out in 2 weeks. I have an idea for next week that has to do with potential MCU. Or do you want us to do like an artist or writer? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, if you guys want, you guys want artists or what character? Let us know, guys.
Because I have a character in mind that I'm like, now I wanted,
Yeah, hopefully you guys are liking this new format. We're going to try to spotlight somebody once a week. We are going to do a market report, surrounding that person, just to give you guys a little bit more insight into that artist, writer, character, whichever. They love what we're doing right now. Fantastic. That's good to hear. All right, before we let you guys go, on Fridays, you can find us Fridays for this next week. Then we might be switching to Saturdays, but on the weekend, you can find Nearing Nerdvana. Lucy, Jen, and I, and the mighty Mel V joins us. JoJo from Flicks and Comics joins us sometimes. We have all different types of guests, but that's a really fun podcast, kind of encapsulating all the different fandoms. We talk movies, TV shows. What?
Rob just said Tula. He wants Tula. Jen, you were just saying.
Tula Lote is fantastic.
You guys were just saying about her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think,
she does
mention it.
She does sexy in a way that's just like fucking gorgeous. The way she does like the naked women and like these really erotic scenes, but they're so beautiful. They're not like, you know what I mean? She's fantastic. I like her.
Mojo said character if you got one in mind, Jen.
I want to do Tula.
I know, but we have time. Like the thing is like the Loki thing literally comes out in 2 weeks, so we have one more show, and then I think I'm going to be somewhere.
Well, so we can kind of wait. Let's see what Jen has.
We'll talk in the off air.
We'll see,
and
right, JJ. We'd have to have a lot of. She did nail it. Yeah, we'd have to have a lot of censor bars ready, but it would be totally worth it. Anyway, Nearing Nerdvana, we are over on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. I manage our Facebook, so if you guys message me there, I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. Lucy handles the Nearing Nerdvana Instagram. Follow us there. We keep little tidbits about what our shows are going to be about and what's upcoming. And Jen handles our Twitter over at Nearing Nerdvana. So find us and subscribe to that channel. We appreciate it so much. And of course, Bird City Comics. I am representing them tonight and always. Again, they're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Every single week, we are dropping new exclusives. We just had a Stray Dogs #5 It homage that sold out. So congratulations to Tony Fleece and Trish Forstner, the co-creators and artists on that book. So happy for you and your success on that one. You guys are amazing people, and you deserve it 100%.
You know what I noticed when I watch other people's channels and stuff? That people are like, oh, they should option this. And I'm like, do they not? What? It's been... Paramount Animation has bought the rights to it. They're working with the guy who did Annabelle. And
the producer of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the producer of it.
You know why? Because they haven't watched our episode
they don't
with
know.
her. That's why. Only whoever watched our episode with Trish, they know what's happening. So let them keep thinking.
Yep. So come and find us, guys. Find Nearing Nerdvana on YouTube and check out Bird City Comics on Facebook. We will be back next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another spotlight and market report and our picks. We did our picks for this week that we're excited about for tomorrow. So hopefully one of those 3 segments just tickled your fancy. No.
Maybe you're keen on it.
Keen on it. I like that too. Yeah. And tomorrow night is the Wednesday night comic book presser. So tune in there on the flip side. Subscribe to the channel, guys. There are so many good shows. Ultra is one of the biggest database people I've ever met in my life. His brain is just like a comic book filing cabinet that never ends.
You guys should watch him on Drunken Chat every Friday night. Like the stuff that he puts together. I love watching it. Like even if I'm so tired, I try to stay up just to watch it, what he has to say, because and I'm always screenshotting like what he's like talking about.
Brilliant.
As Mel says, what they feed those sharks.
The feed the sharks. That's right. So yeah, a lot of good shows on this channel. Follow Tales from the Flipside, and we will see you guys next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night.